What a week this is going to be. What's up, peeps? Hope we're all doing well. Had a great, safe weekend. We promised you Monday a comprehensive video on all of the FaZe Clan former member responses that we have thus far. There's going to be a long week of videos. I'm sure you guys are already well aware as FaZe Clan have their newest roster and are also signing new people. Banks is saying a lot of things. All these other members are saying tons of things. We will keep you all posted on this channel. If you want to sub or leave a comment down below what you guys think about this. First and foremost, I would say probably the only dramatic kicking of this, because a lot of members showed their love, Kalei included, but for some reason her kicking and her being upset with her kicking drove the most controversy online. Despite her feelings being totally justified, plenty of other members were also upset about being kicked, but she just said a little bit more than others were willing to say because she found out live on stream.
I'm on a call. I got off a call and I got kicked from FaZe. I'm gonna make a YouTube video because it is not all love. So, I'm ending. I will make a video and then I'll be live after my video for any other questions for anyone that has it. All I'm gonna say here, and I'll probably go into more depth of it into my YouTube video, is it's really weird trying to help a team out when they don't want help. It's really hard to be a content creator who had so much love and passion for this team and didn't get a dime from them and still got handed to a shit end to them at the end of the day. And it's very unfortunate that they are doing this hours before the actual announcement for their new roster. One of the only members that can pull millions of impressions a week, top streamer for Warzone, and still had so much love and passion for a team that I didn't even get paid to stay there. I stayed because I loved it. But I'm gonna go make a YouTube video. I have a lot, no crypto content, no FaZe for you. Yeah, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. I don't have much to say right now. I'm gonna explain everything in the most humblest way I can because I'm pretty pissed off. Respectfully, because I got told, I literally got told by everyone that me and Scope were gonna be we were gonna be the people to stay. Like I said, I'm gonna still be putting out Twitter tages. I actually have a montage coming up soon, which I'm super excited about. I'm still gonna be streaming 12 hours a day. I'm still gonna be posting content. I'm still gonna be the same witty person. I'm very humbled by this experience and being a part of something that was definitely legendary that will probably go down in the books. And I think that's one of the coolest things that a gaming organization can do, is genuinely be this historical. Because growing up, starting streaming, I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know that this entire side of the community was a thing. And I'm very blessed that I got to experience that.
Going on to say how she had never been paid a dime for her work in FaZe. By the way, she was not the only ex-FaZe member to say these exact words, which led to a lot of people having a lot of harsh things to say about Kalei, despite the fact that she was a huge Warzone streamer before FaZe even signed her, then continued to be a huge Warzone streamer, and still is to this day for the last like 5 to 6 years. I got a lot of love for Kalei and a lot of these former FaZe members, so I got nothing but respect for her. She has the right to be upset, just like FaZe Clan has the right to choose their future roster. And so, yeah, I mean, a lot of people were very heated yesterday, not just on her case, but other cases too, of FaZe Clan keeping some people who were maybe not OGs, but removing people who some people consider to be OGs. And I'm not specifically saying Kalei there, but people were comparing the list of those who got to stay and those who didn't, and everyone is going to be a fan of different streamers and creators, so a lot of people spoke up. Aside from Kalei, though, we also had Blaze, who even in his own video said a lot of people who have spent a lot less time on this brand have made a lot more money than him, like millions of dollars, but that's okay. At the end of the day, everyone in this video, no matter what they said, they also made sure to note in their video they have nothing but love for FaZe and them giving them a chance. Just so you guys know.
Really got to give Banks a lot of credit there. You know, he has a very specific talent for spotting out other people who are talented before anybody else does. So I think I definitely had something in me, and he spotted it, and I was able to flourish for a few years. And everything that has happened since good in my life has been because of that. So thank you. And to all of the viewers out there, I know you and me don't really have as much of a personal relationship as we used to because I don't really upload as much, but I hope you guys are all doing really well. I really appreciate you guys. Even if this is your first time watching this video, like, you guys are the ones that made this all happen. Not just for myself, but for all of us. You know, we kind of fucked it up by giving the company to like people who didn't really give a shit and just sucked money out of it. You know, at the end of the day, I was never paid a salary, and I feel really good about the fact that I didn't take advantage of FaZe in any way, shape, or form. I didn't make a single dime off of it. Sure, I have shares, but there's people who have put not even a % of the effort that I have put into the success of the brand, who have made millions of dollars and have millions of dollars more in shares than me. But I'm really happy with how I've conducted myself as a part of FaZe. And again, nobody can take that away from me. I was a part of the most legendary era in gaming, YouTube, and most likely there will never be another era like that because nowadays everything is kind of more about the money. It was a lot more genuine back then, just doing it for the love. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Thank you for hearing me out. If you're one of the few people out there who's still really looking forward to new videos from me, you're in luck because there's gonna be a lot of them. I have a newfound fire in me to absolutely crush it. One, you know, to prove people wrong about me not being in FaZe. I definitely think I could have contributed a lot, and I got to prove that to them now. But also because of this amazing opportunity with Charge. It's inspired me to take this thing to a whole new level.
And then we also had FaZe Kitty, who was one of the first people removed, or at least the first ones to receive that unfortunate call. He also wanted to thank FaZe. He did so very heavily in the beginning of his video, and then also mentioned a bit of mistreatment and also not making any money since late 2015 into 2016. And the total of 10 years he spent inside FaZe Clan, he said they brought him a total of $3,000 or less in deals, despite him at some points being very popular, bringing in millions and millions of views.
Any YouTuber knows that that is nuts, especially on long form content. So in no way, whether or not you like me, dislike me, you cannot tell me that I wasn't killing it. And during that time, I was not appreciated the way I should have been. If you've ever known me, you know this is true. I don't sit here and beg for things. In the 10 years of being in FaZe Clan, I've made less than $3,000 from them. Originally, members were paid for their montages that used to go up years ago, back in 2014 through 2015. Paid individually for our specific montages that went up. Within that, I made about roughly $3,000. I think it's actually a little bit less than that. And that ended in 2015. Since then, I have not made any amount of money from FaZe Clan. I have never been pitched a sponsor from them, even when I was at my peak, which is crazy because I could have done numbers for them. As time went on and FaZe became less of a Call of Duty team and more towards an actual brand and organization, of course, they acquired managers that were supposed to be managing all of the creators throughout the time. Throughout that time, I had two managers, one of which ghosted me for 3 months, and the other one actually was very nice to me. But unfortunately, we didn't work very long together before she got moved to different people. So I didn't really have a chance to like really do anything. When I was at my peak pulling millions, I never once received any kind of management, and I never received any sponsors or anything. Nothing was pitched my way. You know, analytically, it doesn't make any sense. The only thing that I could possibly think of was that I was in Finland. However, if these were brand deal offers that were requiring me to come to the US to do them, it's a no-brainer. I would have done them. It's an example of how I have been treated in FaZe Clan over these years, and it sucks. Now, if you were to look at my channel right now, it would make total sense if I got dropped right now, because I'm not pulling the numbers that I used to, and I would be perfectly okay with that if I got dropped right now because of that. But that was not the case. I was dropped, or essentially dropped, 2 years ago. There was no real word-for-word confirmation of me being kicked from FaZe Clan at that time. But the way I saw it, and the way that a few of my other close friends who looked at it saw it, was that if I'm getting removed off that main roster to a Hall of FaZe, I got kicked. And that never made any sense to me whatsoever, simply because of how I was doing during that time.
Then we also had the man Cizzors. I love a lot of these people. I have followed them for a long time throughout these last 5 or 6 years. A lot of them have been making content for approaching a decade. Cizzors also had his video. And this guy not only was kicked from FaZe Clan, on the same day, he broke up with his girlfriend, so he's really going through it. He also did release another Fortnite death run, I believe the first time in like 5 years. If you guys want to go check it out, nothing but love from this guy. he had like the most happy-go-lucky video. For what he is going through, he is just a great dude. Here's what he had to say.
12, 13 people staying. I don't agree with how it happened, considering I got a phone call 12 hours before the announcement. But hey, that's not for me to decide, all right? And at the end of the day, it really, truly makes sense. It just 100% makes sense. We kind of grew apart, really. I haven't really talked to some of those guys. I lived in the FaZe house in LA with them, and I haven't talked to some of them in like 4 years, which is crazy because we used to be making content with each other every single day, living with each other, talking about YouTube, it's just insane how times have changed. But oh man, definitely sucks, especially because there's some other crazy news in my life. Not only was my birthday a few days ago, but I'm also breaking up with my girlfriend of 3 years. Life comes at you fast, I guess. Life changes, bro. It changes quick. To be completely honest, both situations kind of similar, just grew apart, fell out of love with each other. All right, there's no bad blood with FaZe. There's no bad blood with my ex, but it's obviously a shitty thing to go through regardless. Just crazy timing. Crazy how life works. After hearing this news, I took some time to just reflect on, my past. And man, I'm so fucking proud of just what I've done on YouTube and Twitch over the years. Before I joined FaZe Clan, while I was in FaZe Clan, I had some incredible memories, and I owe it to you guys for supporting me, because for real, my life has been a crazy roller coaster, and I appreciate it. For real, I appreciate all the support, everything that I have is owed to you guys and your support. So,
and then we had another one of the boys out there. That's going to be Dirty. Dirty is one of the more laid-back people I have ever met in my life. He too, he says there's a bit of hope. As FaZe, he does stress, is certainly going away from gaming. He was at least a bit happy for a couple of the guys he think represents the Call of Duty and the gaming community still remaining in FaZe. I believe he was referring to Scope and Replays, maybe a few others, as FaZe Clan seems to be going more of that I don't know, IRL content, drama, big views, maybe crypto, we don't know. They're a little less tied to gaming. I think a lot of us would agree with that. And so Dirty also thanking FaZe Clan, but noting as well that it's not been the same for a long time.
Hey guys, what's going on? So FaZe kind of hasn't been the same for a long time. And I mean, there's been corporate running things and this and that, and times has changed. There's not as much gaming anymore, and it looks like that's where FaZe is headed, is less gaming. And I love the FaZe brand. I love FaZe, and I don't ever see myself being a part of it again, just because this seems so, I don't know, disrespectful. Maybe one day, maybe there'll be a Hall of Fame or something, but I mean, FaZe Dirty will always live on, that's for sure. And my next chapter, I mean, I'm gonna continue doing my same stuff. I'm getting married this summer, and I'm looking forward to that. So I got a lot of good things, positive things in my life. It's been rumored for a little while that this was gonna happen. So me and a lot of the other FaZe members have been talking and texting and trying to get any sort of thing, any sort of info. Testy heard it, and he announced it a couple months ago, and I am surprised that they are keeping some people, because it seems like they're just going like IRL route, and I'm happy. Like Scope, I'm really happy for him. I thought everybody was getting dropped, but they're holding Scope and Replays, and that gives hope for the future. And Jev, of course, Jev is the fucking man. Jev will always be number one. And I'd like to thank everybody in FaZe for the opportunity, of course,
And that was the majority of the creators out there who actually made videos or found out about this live on stream. We also had Jay Smooth from Nuke Squad. He pretty much summed up in his video by saying he never felt like he deserved to be in FaZe Clan, but also was really glad to even have the opportunity to begin with. Then we also had many others out there who just gave tweets. We had people like Blue, which, I mean, that's it's just like there's so many OG names out there, right? FaZe Blue with his tweet. We had Nate Hill give his tweet. I think Booyah as well. And many others just tweeting out their love and appreciation for FaZe. Some of whom noted, hey, we don't like the way this happened, but you got to give love at the same time for even having the opportunity that we ever did in the first place. And then very lastly, we'll end it off with Jev, because Jev is still inside FaZe Clan. I don't want to dive into all the people who made videos because they are still in FaZe Clan. And, you know, albeit their opinions do matter, this is kind of a video contributed to those who are no longer with FaZe and what they had to say. But Jev, I think, put it very well. The fact that he just straight up admits, says, hey guys, I haven't really been talking to anyone in FaZe. I have been doing my own thing, and I will keep on doing my own thing. I haven't really talked to these guys. I just keep on making my videos. And he also notes he doesn't even have like a crypto wallet. So he is saddened by the fact that FaZe had to do this, but he also understands that they had to do this, and he's excited to see what they do in the future. And he might just be partaking a little bit more than he has over the past half decade.
But again, at the same time, I see exactly what they're doing. I understand what they're doing, and I'm just super mixed on this whole thing. I was even contemplating just like completely ignoring this whole thing like I do with virtually everything else. And I just continue to do my own thing without making, you know, too many comments on this thing. But since the roster has been cut down so much and now my name, I guess, stands out more, I gotta at least, you know, put how I feel out there. I feel sad for every single person that got kicked, but I'm also excited for what FaZe is planning. Even if that means that I'm not even going to physically even get involved with it. Barely collab, I don't do photo shoots, I don't do shit. And for whatever reason, people really respect that. So thanks, I guess. But I want to say to everybody that got kicked, you're all incredibly talented people. I don't really agree with, you know, everybody getting kicked like the way that it has gone, at least. But again, I do see what FaZe is doing. But having people like Scope and Replay still in the team, I think still serves as a little bit of a hope for people that aren't doing any of these like IRL streams, disturbing the public, gambling, and all this other shit. If you're not into all the flashiness and all that bullshit, I think that there's still hope to be able to join the team as that type of creator. That's my impression looking at this. All the people that are still in though, Adapt, Apex, Banks, I don't know what Rain is doing. I guess he's there by proximity, like here and there, but he's not deep in there. Rain's position is actually super cool to me.
So at the end of all of this video is not to rile up anybody. It really is still a really sad time. Many of these creators spending a minimum of 3 to 4 years in FaZe, some of them upwards of 10 plus years in FaZe, and now being removed, and majority of them, if not all of them, not really being paid by FaZe to be there. They did so to rep the brand for what it was when they initially signed on. And so I do feel bad. And there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, this person should have been kicked, this person should have been saved, whatever it is. But again, go show them support. Most of these people will keep on creating, if not at the same current pace they have been the last few years, an increased pace. You know, maybe this might spark their return to consistent content. And no matter what you think, the new FaZe has been set in stone. And I will say this, there is a clear difference between those who were kicked and those who are still with FaZe. I don't mean that in a good or a bad way, but I think that's fair to say. It's definitely a bit less gaming and more of that different new style of content that FaZe is hopefully going to aim into and make work. And we will wait and see. What did you guys think about this past weekend? What kick surprised you the most? What person staying surprised you the most? Because there were huge debates about that. FaZe Rain is no longer there. Some people were saying Nick Merckx is still there, and that was only curious because are these FaZe guys on salary now? Are some of them being paid and some of them not? How does that work? Are they all repping the brand for what it is and not making anything? I don't know the financial details, but the 14/15 members going forward and still signing more is FaZe Clan, and this is what all of those who have left had to say. Till next time, take care of yourselves. I'm sure we'll see you back here soon. See ya.